Obviously, this is Utility Expo, so there's a lot of trenching involved and that kind of thing, so no great surprise really. One of the biggest displays here, or two of the biggest displays actually. Ditch Witch over this side of the aisle, and over that side of the aisle is Vermeer. In actual fact, I think Vermeer are kind of a sponsor of the show. I'm currently wearing a Utility Expo hat while I'm filming this, which I'm sure you've seen in other videos. And it's got the Utility Expo logo on the front, and it's got the Vermeer logo on the side. So yeah, they've got a huge presence here, as you can see. Lots and lots of equipment, but I don't even remotely understand.
I've been in the hole. I put the cold one. We did carrot beets.
You probably didn't see that, but I've just picked up some ear defenders from Vermeer that I will be giving away as part of a prize giveaway at some point in the future. And the Vermeer stand goes on and on and on. I'll go up to the very end and then I'll swing back around to show you the Ditch Witch stand, which is almost as big as this. I mentioned in a previous video about the quality of the tracks here. There's another one, big Mack truck there, idling as we speak. Tell you what, before we go over to Ditch Witch, take a bit of a detour via yet another major American brand. I'll do this in the right order, really. Yeah, I can get through where I need to get through. Down a bit of a dark alley here, but bear with us. If I swing around here, you'll immediately see that brand that I was talking about. Now, Linkbelt is actually a really local company. They are actually based, or the excavator part, I think, is based here in Louisville. Great looking excavators. They've got a bit of a game going on there. And then there is their show stand. Have a quick look, because I think they've got some merch on display here. I'm not in the market, but let's go and take a look anyway. Well, like all the major brands now, they do have a full range of merch, as you can see. Not sure how well that's coming through lighting wise. Here's the main desk, and then over to okay, that's Linkbelt taken care of. Pop out the side again. And head back towards Ditch Witch, which I promised earlier. I don't know if you can see over in the background, you might be able to make out a Ferris wheel there. There's actually a big fairground right beside the show here. And flying over it, you can't actually see it from here particularly well. Biggest Stars and Stripes flag I've ever seen in my entire life. Absolutely massive. I'll see if I can do a bit of a detour down there at some point. But this is Ditch Witch. The clue is in the title, Ditch Witch. They dig ditches, no great surprise. But they use some really, really unusual equipment to do it. Quick spin around here. Again, this is kind of a, I don't know how you describe it, like a subset of the industry. Not really a bit that I get involved in particularly. When I guess ultimately it's earth moving, but not as we know it. Take a stroll on through here. This is all still the Ditch Witch stand. All around us.
That's not like okay.
There you are, that's the Ditch Witch stand in all its glory. Now we're going to be taking a stroll past MB Crusher. Not going to stop because we've already done a couple of videos over there with those guys. But just to give you the lie of the land, MB Crusher, then we'll go on down to the Bobcat stand as well. So there's MB Crusher. They're actually showing their new pulverizer range for the first time here in America. They were launched at Bournemouth, but they were static, but they do actually have a few here on display doing what pulverizers do, i.e. pulverizing. Take a quick stop just to show you that in action. As I say, pulverizers, pulverizing. Spin back out here.
Same.
Apologies once again for the breaking in broadcast. It's the problem with knowing people when you go to shows. They have to stop and have a chat. So I've just had a quick word with Michelle over at MB Crusher. But now moseying on down to the Bobcat stand. I think there is a demo. It's not actually going on at the moment as far as I can tell. But they've brought quite a bit of equipment here. Again, reflecting the utility nature of the show. So compressors are plenty. Bit of compaction equipment as well for reinstating those trenches through to the mini excavator. I have to say, if there's anyone from Bobcat watching, I'd quite like one of those. I don't need the sweeper attachment on the front, but that would be fantastic for the grocery shopping. And then through here, as I say, there is a demo going on, but it's not actually live as we speak. Oh, actually there is a bit of movement. And through over here, just a bit more equipment to show off. As you can see,